Today we're in Garden City, South Carolina at a project for wall contracting, and we're going to show you how to measure a house for insulation and spray foam. First thing I do when measuring a house or an elevated beach house is I'll walk underneath and look at the on centers of the framing for the R19 that goes in between. First thing I do upon entering the first floor of the elevated beach house is look around at potential hazards like elevator shafts and stairwells. Now I'm on the first floor of the beach house, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the footprint of the first floor, and by doing so I look around the house and find any what I call bump outs to measure, and then I'll also measure the big square or rectangle, whatever it happens to be, of the main floor. Alright, there were two measurements in this house. The first bump out was 6.5 feet by 22, and the main square or rectangle, it was 32 by 68. So there's actually only two measurements, the one bump out and the main part of the footprint. Now I'm going to count the cavities of the wall. I finished measuring the exterior wall cavities. There's actually 105 10-foot cavities, 16 on center. Now I'm looking for any kind of stairwells or elevator shafts coming from below that will bring up cold air or hot air that will get into the building and below. So now I'm going to measure those areas. After I measure the first floor footprint of the elevated beach house, I measured and counted the walls, the stairwells, and the elevator shaft. And then before I proceed to go upstairs to the next level, I look around for any kind of overhangs from the areas above. And if you see in the video, the second floor's got some heated space that's over a back porch. So that's got to be accounted for insulation. Now we have the exterior walls, the first floor measured, and the exterior walls of the second floor measured. Now I'm going to the third floor, look at the exterior walls up there. It's a little bit too dangerous for Norah to come up with me. She's the one that's videoing, and I don't want her walking up these stairs because it's kind of a 40-foot drop, and I don't want her in that situation. So I'm going upstairs, I'm going to measure the exterior walls. I got the footprint of my house. I'm going to carry that up to the attic, and I'm going to look at my pitch on it and come up with square footage of the roof that gets spray foam. I think this whole house might be spray foam. So you do things a little bit differently. Spray foam in between the floor joist and the elevated parking area below. You might spray foam the exterior walls of the first and second floor and those cantilevers we talked about earlier off the back porch, and then also spray foam the roof deck. Like I said, when you spray foam the roof deck, you've got to put a multiplier takes into account the pitch of the roof. So anyway, and then one more thing is he insulates all his interior walls, first and second, third floor, and he also insulates between the floors. So I'm going to get that done as well. Norah, we'll see you in a minute. Chef Hoppe with ABS Coastal Insulating here. We're fixing to measure a detached garage for Chandler Construction. It's a big detached garage. If you look up, obviously it's going to be finished. It's got air supply to the room below, tall walls. It's going to be a great garage. It's like one of my dreams to have a garage this big with something to put in it. But anyway, if you look at the exterior walls, they're 2x6 stud cavities, and they are, I say, about 16 feet, 12 feet maybe. But I'm going to pull out my trusty Bostish laser. It's going to tell me exactly how high that top plate is from the bottom plate. Let's see how far off I am. 14 feet. So I think I said 16 or possibly 12, and it's right down the middle at 14 feet. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go through and count all the 14-foot cavities for the exterior walls. Hang tight, and we'll be back to do the ceiling in just a few minutes. I think there's about 100 cavities. 114 cavities, and they're 16 on center. 2x6 walls, which is 5.5 inches deep, which takes R19 fiberglass bats. Okay, I think we just covered our measurements on the walls, but let me show you how fantastic it is to use one of these Bosch lasers. Let me show you how beneficial it is. If you use a regular standard measuring tape, you got to do a lot of walking. You got to go length times width. So we got 36 feet. By 47. So 36 feet by 47. See all this walking I'm doing? .36 feet by 47. Now if you use the Bosch laser measure, look how quick and easy it is. .36 feet by 47. That's a huge time-saving device, and it's accurate as well. But keep a lot of batteries because you'll need them. We're trying to wrap up Friday afternoon in Pawleys Island, South Carolina. Here's a picture of a house that we spray foamed. The roof deck, the exterior walls. Did a encapsulation in the crawl space. Put bats in all the interior walls, in between the floors, and finished the garages as well with spray foam in the walls and spray foam in the roof deck of those. 2 twin garages, one on the right, one on the left. Turned out to be a beautiful house. It was a great job. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it or enjoyed it, please subscribe and check out our other videos on our YouTube channel. Also, if you want to check out my dad's company, go to abscoastal.com. Thanks again. See you next time.